I think that's it. Boy, you can tell whenever you've been sick that you've kind of
What?
look a wreck.
You don't look sick.
I don't look sick.
Oh, so you look like you've been sick.
I look like I've been sick. Yeah.
I look like I've been sick every day.
Since when? Since birth. Since you were born? Now don't get me laughing. I'll be coughing.
Every day. Yeah. I'm going to take off my coat.
I know it's hot. I think it's hot in here. Is this? There we go.
Yes. Okay, here we go.
Are we on?
Man, I love this coat. This is a warm coat.
Yeah. Right?
It's a warm coat. Hey, good morning, everybody.
Is it still morning?
Yes.
It's afternoon. It's 12:42.
Oh my goodness.
Already.
Day flies,
we
doesn't
thought it was still morning. Good morning, everybody.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
We're live.
We're live. Oh, let me go in here so I can read the comments. I forgot about that.
Yeah. As you know, it's going to be a fiasco here.
It's
Trying
always
to do anything technical.
It's always a fiasco.
What was that on your camera?
I don't know. What do you
Oh, it was
mean?
a weird picture just popped up right there.
It was not.
I'm just
You're
saying.
so full of crud.
We don't know what Amanda does after hours.
Don't we? We do not know.
No.
No.
Okay.
Okay, so live? I don't know. What do you mean? Okay. Welcome.
No, somebody said we needed a tablet. Why don't you get us a tablet so you can read these comments instead of using your phone?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You want me to get on Amazon and order a tablet?
All right.
Hey, Amazon, order me a tablet.
Now. Good
Listen,
deal.
this ain't gonna go good. None
So
of-
now you sound like me, but I wasn't really sick. I lost my voice, but didn't get sick.
Yeah, that is right. You lost your voice and wasn't sick.
It was. Yeah.
Well, something I probably need to explain. Well, welcome to Incredible Tiny Homes. I've been sick all week, which you saw that I was sick last week, and we did the videos, the tours, the tiny house tours Thursday or Friday, whenever we did them.
Mm-hmm.
And, but anyway, last Tuesday, I ended up getting sick New Year's Day.
You acquired sickness.
I acquired sickness. And so I started getting sick. So Tuesday night, I went to the clinic and I had strep throat. So they gave me a shot, gave me steroids, all that kind of stuff. And then I just kept getting sicker. I kept getting a fever and it wasn't going away and all that stuff. So I went Saturday morning back to the clinic and they gave me more steroids, a steroid shot, and said I had bronchitis. So I've been coughing and fever and, you know, everything that everybody's got, but there is a lot of people sick right now.
So I gave her a remedy so she wouldn't have to go to the clinic.
Me.
And she wouldn't do it.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
How come you didn't try my remedy?
well, because I just thought I needed more. I needed something else. I had
You wouldn't try it.
I wouldn't try it. No, and I didn't think that was going to heal me. So.
Tell them what I suggested you do.
Hot, cold, which I think.
What does that mean? Jump outside, come inside?
Yeah, jump in the pot. Pot too hot. That whole Ernest T thing. Anyway, that's a funny one. When it's you know, he does it. You may watch Andy Griffith. You ever watch Andy Griffith with Ernest T. Bass? That's what this place is.
Well, I told her, you guys ever watch Marcus and Kara?
No, people don't watch that.
All right, so they're vegans and they're raw vegans, and Mando got them, watched them, and then I watched them. So Marcus and Kara. All right, you can get them on YouTube and TikTok. But anyway, I think sometimes he's got some really good.
They do. They've got great ideas.
I couldn't breathe in my lungs. It was about, I don't know, a year or two ago. And so he said, get in a hot shower, right? And you beat that hot shower on your chest and on your back, right? Hot, 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 just keep going around. And then cold, and you go for 30 seconds. Just cold, and then hot again, and then cold, and then hot again. 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds. Hot, cold, 30 seconds. Yeah. And you do it 7 times.
Yeah.
So it's 3.5 minutes, I guess. And then you're done. And I swear, I had a fever, it went away. It didn't cure me, but it helped. It made me feel really good for a couple, 3 hours. But I kept doing it. I did that 3 or 4 times a day. ended up
I
feeling
love Travis.
so much better.
I love Travis.
What do you say?
What do you think Travis is saying about all your vegan crap? What do you think Travis is saying?
Yeah, I'm
Why
sure.
don't you just guess what Travis
Yeah,
said?
I'm sure you don't have a license, Randy, to practice doctoring.
Listen, long time ago we were married, and this
We were married?
well, a long time ago.
Does the world know we were married?
No, they do not.
Yes, they do now. We
They
were
do-
married.
We were married, and big shock that we're not now, right?
No, I wish we were.
Huge shock. Huge shock. We went to the way we found Walt over at the Mustard Seed here in
Yes.
Newport. We went to. You were so sick.
Death.
Randy rarely got sick. We went to a clinic in Jefferson City.
Yep.
Okay. She actually recommended Walt, and we went to Newport that day.
Yeah.
Over to Walt's place, over at the Mustard Seed, that a lot of our residents know about and stuff. We tell everybody to go over there. He has a lot of herbs and spices and things, and
Vitamins.
vegan. And they had at that time, they had a deli and stuff, and she'd make
Awesome.
vegan food that was delicious. His
Amazing.
wife would do that. They don't have that anymore,
No.
but it was fantastic. Had egg salad that wasn't real egg
Okay,
salad.
okay.
Anyway, it was really good. Anyway, so we go over there, and he had me to do a process on Randy, beating on his back, beating on his chest, all that stuff, hot, cold, and had to go through that whole thing. Listen,
So she had to heat up towels in the microwave. Then she had to have ice, and I'm laying on the floor, and she put ice on me, takes it off, heat on me, takes it off.
I was wore out.
She was dripping
He
sweat.
he was healed, and I was sick. I got sick dealing with you. Oh my God.
She actually told me it's too much work.
It's too much work.
I ain't doing it.
I was just like, you know what? I was ready for you to pass away. It's time to move on. My God, you've done all you can do. Let's move
It
on.
was too much work.
It was too much work.
Well,
and
that's why I told you to get in the shower.
I
Turn it on hot, turn it on
Does
cold.
anybody understand
What happened?
Does anybody understand the whole concept of when you're sick, you don't want to be clean? I don't want to take a shower.
No, but you get in the hot.
I don't know. I'm not that person.
You didn't even try.
I did try it.
You did try?
I took a shower.
What happened?
I took a shower.
Did you try the cold?
No, I tried the cold, but I couldn't do the cold.
What happened?
I quit. I turned it on hot.
So you tried it cold?
I tried the cold and I turned it on hot. I didn't like it.
But how long did you do the
Well,
cold?
you said to do it 30 seconds. Yeah. I did it for 2 seconds. I'm not doing that crap. No. I ain't doing it. Give me some antibiotics. Give me a pill. We're so different. We're so different. He is like, naturally, let's let the sunlight heal us and kill all of our germs and stuff. I'm like, I want any drug you got. I don't care what it is. If it's legal, I'll take it. Put it on me. I like everything fake. I like everything quick and easy.
Well, you must like me. I'm fake, right?
Well, you know,
Gosh.
I've always called you a walking ATM. So
Hey.
there are things I do like about you. Hey,
In the
that's
news,
my paper.
in the news today.
Okay, so
Yes.
we've already learned this this newscast thing or whatever it's called, this live thing, because we said we were going to be quick and to the point, be very professional.
Yeah, we're 15 minutes in and ain't said a thing.
We ain't said nothing that pertains to nothing about a tiny home. I know everybody. I love Andy Griffith. See, Sharon knows. Oh, everybody's so nice. Let's see. I don't know what. Hello, everyone. It's oh my gosh, so much, and I love Travis what he said. So Randy is Randy's available. They want to know, are you available?
I'm available.
Randy is available. Valentina M wants to know, happy you are feeling better. I'm feeling way better.
You're available. Are you available?
I'm not available. Why would you
Why
say
not?
that?
Why are you not available?
I'm not available.
Why aren't you available?
Well, why are you available?
I am, because I'm available.
Well, that's your deal. But thank you all for joining us. We wanted to just go over a few things to kind of touch base of what we're doing. We did some videos. We did a house tour of the Incredible Cottage over on the mountain. We took 2 houses over to the mountain. That was the first time that we've ever done that.
Yeah.
We're getting, I'm telling you.
We got a third one going right now.
Got a third one going over there right
Yes.
now. And just know that these are just staged homes. There was a few people in the comments that said, oh, I don't like how that's sat or it needs to be moved somewhere else. these are just staged homes right now. That's right there. They're not
Yeah.
permanently over there. But we're getting excited because the mountain is going to be opening, Buffalo Creek is going to be opening, and we're taking houses over there. And just to see on video and in the pictures them dotted over there, just, oh my gosh, it's just so exciting this year. 2024, with that opening up and people's homes going over
Yeah.
there, it's super exciting. But we want to visually show you what it looks like, how it's going to be. We want you to see spring coming alive over there. It's going to be really nice. We actually we have a big meeting usually every morning. Randy does, of course, with the men, and then we had a meeting, sales meeting, try to touch base with the staff and everybody in the mornings. But we got to talk to Melody this morning, and I talked to her in depth. And do you want me to go over that
Yeah,
just
go
a
ahead.
little
Sure,
bit?
that's great.
Well, one of the directions that we feel like that we really need to go is that decorating these homes is just no light thing. You know, I was able to do it whenever I could manage it before. It's just I can't do it now.
Yeah.
There's too much going on. There's too much that we have responsibilities for, and I'm not able to do it. I enjoy it. I was never trained in it. I was telling Melody this morning, the first time that I ever decorated a house was in 2014, and it was the Hobbit house, and it was not on wheels. It was the very first house Randy did in the backyard at the house, and I took everything from, I didn't know how to decorate a house, and I took everything from my house. I took the bedspread off the bed. I took the forks, the spoons, the plates. I took pictures off the walls. I just took everything in there and put it in a big pile, and I just said, well, where am I going to put everything? And that's basically how I decorated it. I didn't know anything about it, never was interested in decorating, nothing like that. I learned a lot over the years, and we've learned to what things are now. It is so important to sell a product that is done looking, that gives you an idea, that visually you can picture yourself in that home, right?
Yeah.
So I even told Melody, she's going to start heading that up. She was in sales, but I see the need. She has the eye for it, and she is going to start taking these homes. We're going to get new pictures for the website, get all these homes decorated. It's so nice now that people come in on the sales lot that visit here, and they get to walk into a tiny home that is decorated, that you can actually sit down on the couch, you can look around, you can see the pictures, see all the theme, the colors, how it pops, and she really does have the eye for it. When we toured her house over in the Grove, she just had it was literally Southern Living ready for a photo shoot, and I was just like, this lady's got it, and I just was very impressed with her, very impressed. One of the things that she is that I'm not, I mean, I'm super creative in ways, you know, but I'm not super organized. She is so organized. She's organized with writing things down, doing an outline, having it down on paper, and, you know, just, you know, executes that plan that she puts out. I'm very, pack the car up with a bunch of crap and try to figure it out later, you know. But that's a talent within itself. That's a talent.
Yeah.
She has a talent. Randy has his talent, all that. So we're excited about it, and it's going to equal when people visit here. You're going to get to see the change. When you get on the website, you're going to get to see the change, and we're excited about that in 2024 because, you know, our pictures, sometimes they're okay, sometimes they're not. Sometimes we have electricity on when we take pictures, and sometimes we don't. We're going to make sure that we have electricity on all the homes. We're going to have a really nice sign out front that we want to, you know, use the river rock that we have. We want to use a lot of the trees and everything that we have on the land and do to beautify everything. So everything's starting to, you know how you're trying to put a bow on everything? That's what we're trying to do. Another exciting thing that Randy's wanting to do that will help the sales lot when people come in is move the post office. So that's something he's going to be working on, getting more gravel, things like that, just to have everything easier for everybody. Physically easier and visually easier. And I told Melody about to incorporate, you know, some models have some people to show the scale of the house, or even, you know, show them cooking in the house, or, you know, different things with pictures and videos that we do. So it's just more for you, because we have got an incredible product.
Yep.
We really do, and we want to show it off the best that we can, and we're finally in a position and have the right people in place that's going to help us get there.
Yeah.
Very excited about that. And
Well,
I don't
to
what
do
else-
more on her decorating, what I want her to do is she would go to Ross and would buy a bunch of stuff and decorate. And Amanda puts all this personalized. So what I've learned in decorating, it's painting a picture. So everybody's different when they decorate.
Yeah.
Melody's different than her, but it's the closest that she could feel comfortable with somebody decorating. So I told
Right.
Amanda, Amanda come up with an idea that we want to take 2 tiny homes, maybe over here at Lowe's parking lot.
Yeah.
And we're going to go in there beforehand and we're going to put together an entire decorating package that from paints to shades to colors to textures to whatever we need to buy out of Lowe's store
Yeah.
and decorate it in their parking lot and show you guys how to paint it, how to stuff,
Everything.
whatever we do in there. And we want to put a decorate, and it came to my mind. I said, well, wait a minute. This will be package 1. If you want your home to look like this, you could order package 1 from Lowe's, and we could put all the paint, all the decoratings, all the blinds, all the curtains, all the shower curtains, everything, plates, cups, dishes, of whatever she decides that she wants it to look like.
Right.
And you can buy decorating package 1.
And you'll know what the colors are and everything. And what we're wanting to do, which I thought was exciting to do, and I presented it to you. I think I told you and Tom about it, that we do it in one day because we have done things and we've done a lot of stunts, I guess you could say what they'd be called. But I want to do it all in one day. Volunteers of mainly whoever wants to volunteer here in the community
Yeah.
and stuff to go over there, and we're going to decorate everything. It comes out of Lowe's, and we want to show you that you can pull up. You just come and buy your Incredibox, your RJO, take it over to Lowe's parking lot, and you can buy everything you
Yes.
need and decorate it right there, right then.
Yes.
Everything that you need, and live in that home.
And we
want to show that.
So we have a really good relationship with Lowe's, and so what we can do is we can actually order all that stuff, have it in your home, and so it's delivered with everything in it. So this is a concept that I'm like to look into in 2024. That if you guys some people get their homes and are like, I don't know what to do, and you don't really know what colors and what matches and all that. We can do that for you. Order it, put it in the house, done. And
Yeah.
and if we do, we'd love to have pictures of it. Or come and video your house or something when you get done. I think
Yeah.
it'll help promote the homes better too.
Yeah, and I talked with Emily this morning. We are going to do more tours of the residents' homes here too, because we're really curious about the people that we have brought on to previous shows and talked to before. What did they do with their house? How does it look? How have they progressed? What did they add to the house living here and stuff? What's
Yeah.
their plans now? So we want to open up a lot of that for you guys. Previous customers too. We want to start doing some off-site visiting people that maybe some older homes way back in the day, which would be a lot of fun to see because I'd like to see some of them from the
Yeah,
beginning.
I wonder how many older homes that we've done 7, 8 years ago that are still
Yeah.
watching our show or
that are still watching or that they still live in the tiny home. Did they keep it? Did they sell it?
Yeah.
What did they do with it? Did they pass it down to somebody? What did they Airbnb it?
So if you're watching today, let us know if you're one of our older customers,
Yeah.
5, 6, 7 years ago. Then we'd love to hear from you and
Yeah.
maybe come and visit or
Yeah,
just
and
really
do a
just hear from you right now.
Yeah, and then
But-
maybe come and do a show because I think it would be interesting to people.
Yeah.
What did you did you start out single and now you're married and now you have children? What did you do with the home and things like that?
Or maybe you killed your wife or something.
I can't believe you said that. Why
may
do we
have
ever
murdered
go?
somebody.
Why do we ever go live?
You may have murdered
Nobody is saying anything about murdering anybody. You can't say that.
I just had that feeling.
You have a feeling about killing? You
Yeah.
remember that on Major Payne? He had a something for killing. Remember Major Payne?
Yeah.
That's a funny
Yeah,
movie.
but
Anyway,
also-
off topic
But
yet
also
again.
with the decorating, I wanted to look into. There's so many movie stars and so many celebrities now. They got their own line of furniture, and the Chip and Joanne,
Wait, I don't
and
know
all
why
these
you bring
people.
them up. We don't know anything
I
about
don't know.
them.
I don't know anything about anybody. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm throwing names. Martha Stewart.
No, we know Martha
She doesn't
Stewart.
like Chip and Joanne, and that's okay. I don't know them. She must know them. I don't know
never-
them. So my thing is
I've never
that we can
watched
put
them.
all this together and say, hey,
You're so
we got
foolish.
this from IKEA. This is from Chip and Joe. All right,
Stop.
and they can put
You
them
don't
together.
Know, now stop. We don't know them people. Chip and Joanne, that's their names.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Well, we don't know them. We've never seen
I
them.
don't know Joe. I don't know Martha Stewart.
I've seen Martha Stewart shows.
Oh, you know her?
No, I've seen her with Snoop Dogg.
So what does that mean?
You didn't know that.
So does that mean you can work with Martha
No,
Stewart?
what I'm saying is I've watched her shows. I know what Martha Stewart does. I don't know anything about Chip and Joanna. I know their names, but I've never seen their show.
Anyway, listen. So we were thinking about putting furniture packages together from all these famous people that you could say, hey, look, this is what would fit in your home. We could furnish your house and put everything in from Lowe's, from blinds to painting to everything else. And we could have furniture packages for your house.
Yeah.
And I used to, when I had Brothers Cove, I had an interior decorator, and we would fill it full of, it was called Old Hickory Furniture out of, I think it was out of Jackson Hole, Wyoming we got it from. And it was the bark. It was hickory with the bark on it. And it was, man, it was beautiful.
And it was expensive.
But we have these different motifs, you know, is that what you call it? Motifs, I guess, or styles?
I guess so, yeah.
And
themes,
you know, French country to country to, you know, to modern to whatever, eclectic and all that.
Most of it, though, was all cabin. It was all cabin.
That was, but I'm just saying what we could offer is so many other different styles that if you don't want to figure out how, especially Airbnbs, if you guys want an Airbnb and we could furnish it for you and have different themes, we can do that. I wanted to do that.
We're just trying to get into something more to offer more and to be more fun with it, you know, because having a theme and, you know, some people will, like we'll put a house out and they'll be like, well, what color was that on the wall? Well, we didn't even put it in the description or anything like the color code, but we can put all of that stuff, the item number and everything in there now.
And the only way we can do this is that we got now somebody in place to do that. We've had so many ideas in the past to do certain things like this, but we couldn't afford to hire anybody. We don't have the time. It's just so busy what we're doing. But now that we do have somebody that maybe could do this for us, so that's what I'm looking forward to in 2024 is
It'd be a lot of fun.
Is maybe get this going for you guys, and it would display our homes a lot better too.
Well,
you know?
and too, one of my favorite places, 100%, and I always did well at was Ross, and that's just for a more budget-friendly person. You could take a good $1,000 and you're going to decorate an Incredibox.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to. I mean, we're talking towels and just dishes and things like that. There's a way to do all that and to be affordable. Then we've got this year that's going to be featured is going to be the Amanda, which is a luxury tiny home and more square footage. The most square footage we've ever had. It's going to be a 12 by 40 up on, you know, hopefully, I don't know, Tim was calling it Amanda Ridge. I don't know what's going on, what we're going to call it. But we've got a budget for everybody. So it's not just, you know, the tiny homes are affordable. You can also get something that's super luxurious and put a lot of money into it. And you can put a more of a furniture package, more higher upscale things. Not that it looks any less, but we're talking, you put more money into something.
Well, them particular homes, I do want to furnish.
Yeah, those would be nice.
The completely furnished, turnkey.
It'll come furnished.
Everything.
It'll come furnished.
From the silverware, pots and pans, cups, plates, everything that you can pick.
Yeah.
And it'll be beautifully done.
I think it's exciting. I'm really excited about it because visually seeing something just does it. You put it on TikTok, you put it on YouTube, Instagram, all this stuff. It's instant. You want to see that. And you know, like I said, her bringing in models, bringing in a family. I would like for her to show a mom and dad having the kids, and we show the Attabox. You know what I'm saying? Because an Attabox, like you could start out with an Incredibox, and then as your family grows, you get married, you have a kid, well then you can do an Attabox.
Well, I think that there was a video sent to me that said Elon Musk builds $15,000 tiny homes, and it's a scam.
It was a scam.
And just the panels alone is over $15,000. And how they all put it together, it's a big, long, elaborate video. And there's so many people wanting to get into this affordable home. And I think people are jumping on our tails because we sell homes for $15,000, a complete home. Now, I know Boxable and some of these other guys are all 399 square feet and under. But when you come to the Attabox, and I'm going to really try to push the Attabox a little bit more and give you guys a little more idea. We're going to put them together. We're going to, stack them and pack them in all kind of configurations because I really think that it's the most economical way to have a 2, 3, 4 bedroom home.
I do too.
And I want to show you how you guys can do that and have multiple decks. And it's not the container. You know, the container home is really not the answer. I mean, I love building containers. They're still a lot of work. And they're only 84 inches wide inside to inside. where you can do an Incredibox and you can stack these things. You can cut almost an entire wall out and you get a 16-foot or 20-foot wide room.
Yeah.
And then you can actually take them apart and ship them individually when you want to. So it's not
And
something...
I love that whenever you want to cut something out, if you want to do a door or anything like that, it's so simple that something
Yes.
I could even do. I'm not going to be cutting through wires and things like that.
Nothing.
You're cutting it out, and it's completely different.
It's
So, yeah.
engineered where you can do that. You can cut a door out. It's not
It's
going to fall
amazing.
down. You don't have to worry about wiring, plumbing, anything in the walls.
And two, we've already done this at our office up there, and we're getting ready to add more onto it. So we've done the add-a-box, and Melody is about to decorate the office too. So we're getting ready to paint it, get it really nice, get it all set up, and we're going to show you how it's all put together and stuff, how you can do this add-a-box. I think we should have a model on the sales lot of the add-a-box, you know, to have.
We'll just keep adding to what
We'll
we
just
got.
keep adding to what
I
we
love
have.
it. Yeah, and that'll
Yeah.
be a great sign. I think we ought to paint it different color outside.
I agree.
Let's doll it up, put a trellis across the roof,
I think that'd be nice.
put some vines and stuff, and make it look like a beautiful home.
Yeah, to make it look like a home.
I want to put a bed and a sofa, and make it look like a house.
Yeah,
that
I
people
think
can
that
live in.
showing how the add-a-box could be an actual house for a family would be really nice for when people come up to the sales lot to walk in and be like, my God, the possibilities.
Right.
That's nice. But to be able to start somewhere and get an Incredibox and build up to that, think about that. When you buy a home now, you're stuck with it. That's your home. That's
Yeah.
it. There's no, you have to do all this very expensive adding on and wiring and plumbing. I mean, to add a room on is, I don't know how many thousands of dollars just to add a small room onto a house now. But a whole add-a-box and then another one and stuff, to be that affordable and not to have all that, the wires and all this stuff, and it's so insulated. You don't even have to have it spray foamed and all this stuff that the steps you save in money.
I mean, if I was starting out again, and let's say you're a young married couple,
Yeah.
you get a 20-foot Incredibox,
Yeah.
right? And then we have a child. We're going to buy a 16 or 20-foot add-a-box. You have another child, another add-a-box, another
Yeah.
add-a-box. You want a dining room, another add-a-box.
Right.
Before you know it, you got 5 or 6 of these, no mortgages.
Right.
You got a home you can raise the kids in.
Amazing.
And when you've never had a mortgage, but you finance your life like you're paying a mortgage
I know.
into an IRA or an investment or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And by the time you do that in 30, 40 years, your investment is 100 times more valuable than buying a house.
Well, here's a big problem that I've had over the years, and of course I got 3 kids and 2 grandkids. Okay, what I feel has been lost since I got married back to the kids' dad back in 1989. Steve and I, just like you and Paula, nobody had anything, right? Back in the day, remember that, guys? You didn't have nothing. You didn't expect to have anything.
You don't buy a house.
You don't buy a house right out of the gate. You just don't. They had the first-time buyers programs. There were some people who had credit that could do that. I could not. Me and Steve couldn't. You all couldn't do it and stuff.
I was married 7 years before we built. I had to
Exactly.
build my house.
And people are not doing that anymore. What has been lost over the years, in my experience, is that Steve and I had a couch that didn't match the chair that was given to us. Our dishes didn't match anything. Nothing matched nothing. Everything was given to us. We got what we could. We didn't have the money. I remember I put layaway in over at the dollar store. I remember putting a mop, a bucket, things like that in layaway. In layaway. I kid you not. And I would pay on it. Now, the mentality, you get married. Number one, these weddings are costing, I don't know what they're costing now, thousands and thousands of dollars, right? It's great if you can afford it. But people that can't afford that stuff are doing it and getting in debt bad. They're buying houses that they can't afford. You can't afford this stuff, okay? If you can't afford it, don't get it. The wrong message is going out there. There's so much pressure with even, so many young couples that are getting married to have the right car, the right house, and all this stuff right away. You instantly have so much debt on you. There's no more building up from small and a little bit more, a little bit more. People are getting married now and acquire, when they first get married, what it took our parents and our grandparents and stuff a lifetime to have.
Yep.
They're having that instantly, right out of the chute.
Boom.
They
house.
have a great big beautiful home,
Cars,
all this stuff,
everything.
cars, everything, and it's like, my God.
What do you got to look forward to?
What do you got? What do you got to look forward to? What do you got to build on? What if you got to? How are you saving money? You're not. You're in debt up to your eyeballs, of everything, and you never get out of it.
I know it.
And now the houses are so expensive. It's like, why not start with these tiny homes, and with the idea of the Add-A-Box and stuff? Amazing, just
Yeah.
genius idea.
I'm hoping it'll come together this year
I
and
hope
show
so.
how convenient and how important
Yeah.
and smart it is to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
I mean, listen, I think I said this before, but my daughter, she's actually on her way here. She's so excited. Can I tell what you did
Yeah.
for her? Or do you want to tell it?
No, go ahead.
Well, Randy financed an Incredibox for her. I mean, an RJO for her.
Yeah.
The $15,000 RJO. And Randy financed that for my daughter. And Lindsay is excited about it. She has her own little business. She's an esthetician. She's done that. A lot of the ladies here in the community will go to her. She has built up herself. 2 years she's been in business. She's done it slow, took her time. She answers phones for us, for the company and stuff. And so she does that on the side, but she's going to make payments to Randy. He financed her. And it's just a smart move. She got it when it was $15,000. I talked to her about it. I said, Lindsay, listen, you need to buy this house. You need to do it. And you can probably figure out, listen, we don't just hand our kids stuff. That's just not what we do. It's the wrong way to raise them. So we don't just hand them cars and houses. And it would be very easy to just me to tell these guys, hey, build Lindsay a house and stuff. Nope, we ain't doing that. Lindsay can buy a house. You know, that's the way, that's the order it's supposed to go in, right? Okay?
Sure is.
So, but she's on her way to finalize her contract with you, and so she's excited about that.
Yeah.
But that's the message you want to put out there, and that's the message you want to teach these kids, is that, you know, they need to earn and work to have what they have and appreciate it, okay? She is going to appreciate and take care of this home, and it'll make a difference because we did it that way.
Yeah.
You know? So, but that's what's been lost here lately, and that's why everything I think is in the mess that it is. And these people,
Mess that
it's
it
in a
is.
mess, and everybody's in such debt and stuff, and it is crippling to everybody.
Yep.
It is crippling. It gets on your mental health and your physical health and everything, and people don't have things to look forward to, and they're depressed and everything. So, there's a wrong message out there. What does everybody think about that?
Well, I think this is it.
Amen,
All right.
Amen, Amanda.
I think everybody falls into trends. You get a certain age, you're supposed to have kids. A certain age, you're supposed to be married.
Right.
You get a certain age, you're supposed to
Right.
have this. You're supposed to acquire anything. And now it's social media drives everybody
Yes.
nuts. Because like now you look on social media and this is the trend. This is what you're supposed to look like. This is what you're supposed to have. And it puts so much pressure on everybody. And then if you don't feel the pressure,
does.
then you revolt against it. And then you want to look different than everybody. And then it just creates all this
Social,
crazy
yeah.
stuff. I remember when I was a kid, I swear to God, and even today, I've never felt social pressure. I don't know if it's a block in my brain. I'm sure I'm not right mentally, but I just don't. I just don't. I don't feel
I've got
peer
that wrote
pressure.
down here.
I mean, this shirt, it feels like it's cardboard, and I can't get the wrinkle. I keep pulling on it, but I'm just telling you, I've always done something different, and I've never felt the pressure of society.
Yeah.
And I hate, and it's hard, and I know
Very hard.
I'm different, and I can't. I've never met anybody that didn't think like, thought like me.
Me neither.
But kids have such a hard time nowadays in
They
social
do.
media.
They
And
do.
even adults, you guys have a hard time. So if we made tiny
Yeah.
homes cool, if we made tiny homes the mainstream
That's what we're trying
and
to do.
smart, financially smart, and you're going to get ahead, and you make it look cool, that's part of this decorating.
Yeah.
As part of the decorating, make tiny homes cool. Everybody, movie stars have made fun of tiny homes. They were on the night show and all that stuff, talking
Right.
about living in a tiny home, how stupid it was and all that. Yeah, it's stupid because you know what? You got money.
Yeah.
But when you don't have any money,
Yeah.
it's the smartest thing in the world to do and
It
be a little
is.
bit inconvenient.
And listen,
you
there
know?
is nothing wrong with having money. There is nothing wrong with buying things. There's nothing wrong with having the biggest house on the planet if that's what you can afford.
Yeah, that's great.
You've got to be able to afford it. You've got to be able to. Randy and I learned a long time ago, especially after Brothers Cove and the big crash and stuff, if we don't have the cash for it, we don't buy it.
Nope.
We do not do that anymore. It's like we're not doing it. It's just you need to be able to recognize what you can afford. There's nothing wrong with having less. You can make something very nice. A tiny home is not something that is trashy. It is not something that is less. Take little bit of steps and build yourself up to that.
Yeah, somebody said right here, she's a real estate agent. She said the kids want move-in condition, want ready to go.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're right. Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So it's out there, and it's the trend. So
It is the
and these
trend.
kids want that trend, and they put so much pressure on their marriage and on their having
Lot
a
of
kid and all this
stress.
stuff. And hey, God forbid you have a child that has special needs.
Yes, correct.
And now you're financially strapped. Where does that need go?
I know.
It goes now onto the parents, the grandparents, and the
does.
family members, or whoever in society,
Yeah.
because you haven't planned for something to happen.
Right.
I remember when we were trying to have kids years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, all right, if this little guy comes out not right, I got to be prepared for the rest of my life to take care of this little guy,
Right.
mentally and financially.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in my mind, I was gearing up for that. You just don't know.
You don't know,
You
and
know?
you need to be prepared. I just feel like that society, it's turned into something. It's a snowball going out of control and
Yeah.
stuff, and we need to kind of slow down. And I think that tiny houses is a good way to start that, to give something to build for. Remember whenever back in the day you get the little, was it Sears would sell houses, like little houses, and Jim Walter Homes and different places down here in the
Sears
South.
sold big homes, man, back in the 20s
yeah,
and 30s.
and you could order a home and stuff.
Big homes.
We need to get back to whenever these starters, that this is where you start,
Yeah.
and this is where even if you're starting your life over,
And
and when
that's
you're
what we-
older,
Yep.
you need that too, because a lot of us has lost stuff through the years. Okay, I'm divorced now. My husband's passed away, or my wife's passed away, or whatever.
Anything can happen.
My kids have gotten out or moved out and stuff. Things have changed. I need to start over. Where's a starting point? You need a good starting point to say, okay, here I am here, so then I can build here. So no matter what age you are, but especially when you're young.
Believe it or not, I always have, what is it, plan B?
Yeah.
I always have a plan B now, and also, okay, everything's going great, but what's
Yeah.
the worst case scenario?
Yeah.
I'm ready right now to where if this place burns down, that place is ashes, right? And it's level. There's nothing out here. I wake up
Yeah.
on a Monday morning and there's nothing left.
Yeah.
I'm prepared.
That's good. You are like that.
I
That's
got
good.
everything off here, so up in the cloud, all our information, all our buyers, everybody, everything's insured. We know where everything's at, how we can start. And my plan is, boom, this is how we're starting again and how we're going to make it happen
Yeah.
again within months. I want to be back in action, right? And I want to be ready for that. And it took years to be able to figure that out because you think nothing's going to happen to you or you're young. But you know what's happening? I know we're getting off on a tangent, but if you wait longer to have children, a lot of people are having children now in their 30s and their 40s.
They are having them later.
The longer you wait, it's a known medical fact now that there are more chances of things being wrong with your children. You know, there's a the medical and the medical part of a child or the physical part.
So you mean the having children older?
Older,
you mean?
yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah,
it's a higher risk.
higher risk of everything.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Of cancers and diseases and everything. People aren't having kids in their 20s anymore.
It's a big, it's changed.
Yeah, and because of that, though, they're taking a risk. So that could even cause more things happen to society
Well,
if we have older
well,
parents with kids.
And there's more single people now than there ever was, whether it be divorced.
Right.
Mainly divorce. Divorce is a big thing. And of course, like you said, the kids aren't getting married like in their 20s like they did. I got married at 18. You know what I'm saying? I was very young. I was not even ready to be married.
Yeah.
But things have changed. So, which changes everything, which changes the housing and everything.
Yeah.
But right now, what we're hearing is the housing, and I'm sure the real estate agent on there can attest for this as well. People cannot afford homes anymore, a decent home. Well, my nurse practitioner that I just went to, she said she needs a place to rent for a while. There was a place for $1,500 a month, and she said it didn't look like nothing. And she said, my gosh, she said it was just unbelievable. So it's just too much.
Yeah.
Everything is too much right now.
Yeah.
So we've got to help. We really
So
believe.
that's what we're doing with Paducah.
That's what we're believing
We're
in
looking
these
for
communities.
more land.
In these communities
Yep.
with Kentucky and North Carolina, South Carolina, Alabama, more land here, Nevada. We've got a lot of things that's coming up that we're going to be talking about.
Yeah.
But we really believe in these communities and trying to help younger people especially, but people who actually need it to start small save as you go and build as you go. You
got
may
it.
not need any more than this. You may be fine and content, everything's fine. That's great. But we want you to be able to enjoy your life, have less stress, not be depressed, have more money, and live to where you will always have a home. Always live within your means. Live within your means. Don't shop yourself to death. Don't be trying to keep up with everybody else. Live within your means because you can live with less.
Yeah.
You
Man,
really
we're getting
can.
off on all kinds of stuff here.
What in the world are we talking about? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Well,
But that's what we wanted to touch on, that we are really going to start showing you more models, decorating more, have it to let you know that affordable housing is going to be economical and beautiful all at the same time. So
I'm going to, guys, we're building another cottage for you all, and it's going to be a little bit wider, a little bit longer. I hope you look forward to that.
oh, will it be longer?
Yes, a
Okay.
little longer. I've got some ideas on a double wide. We're actually doing a double wide tiny home that might be up in Paducah. It's going to be a gable roof, long, two of them. We can put them together, ship them separate.
Exciting.
We got some really fun things, prototypes that we want to do for 2024. Actually looking into a 2-story tiny home that we can put into a permanent foundation with a modular certification.
We have talked about that for a long time. 2-story tiny home.
Now, there's also been, I don't know how real this is because people will post things on here, but they said that Tennessee was a poor state for tiny homes and it was totally against it.
Really?
That couldn't be further from the truth, all right?
Yeah.
The thing is that Tennessee adopted this modular home. It's in in the Capitol building. I mean, we're talking the capital of Tennessee.
Of Tennessee.
In Nashville. They see the need for affordable housing, so they had tiny homes modular certified. If you're a builder and you qualify and you can do that, so we are a tiny home builder and a modular tiny home builder in the state of Tennessee. We're licensed.
Are we the only modular certified?
As far as
tiny
I know,
home
we are the only one. We were the first
company?
one for sure. Somebody could have got it done Friday, but right now we were the only one
Oh, that's another thing I want
that
to
we
bring
were
up.
certified. So Tennessee, your tiny home can be a primary residence. So let me point, and I probably just try to kind of young people out here watching this, but when I was young and I got out of college, I saved and saved and saved for years, my wife and I, right? And we finally said, I don't want to buy, I was a school teacher. I could not afford a mortgage. So I said, I have to build my home, and I didn't know how to build a home. Well, I ended up buying, I didn't even have enough money to buy lumber, all right? So I bought, back then we had what we had called the Bargain Mart, and I got on the Bargain Mart, and this shed had burnt down. Get this. A shed burnt down, Amanda.
Yeah.
The guy took the wood out of the shed, and he said, I'm gonna sell the burnt wood if you'll come and get it for $100. It had rafters and floor joists and plywood and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So I had no way of transporting it.
Yeah.
I had a car.
Yeah.
So I went to Sam's Wholesale and I bought a $150 trailer.
Yeah.
No, it was $500 trailer. $500 trailer, you had to put it together.
Oh God.
So I'm wrenching and putting this trailer together. And I hook it to my Chevette.
I remember you said you had a Chevette.
And my parents gave me this Chevette. I'm talking poor, man.
was
We
his
just got out of
mom's.
college.
Yeah, it was your mom's Chevette.
So I take this Chevette in a $500 trailer from Sam's Wholesale, went to this place and threw all the burnt lumber. It had charred, had nails sticking out of it. And I brought it back to the land that I bought 7 acres for $14,000, right? Saved up for a couple years to get that
Yeah.
land. That's all I could afford was the land, nothing else. No electric, water, power, sewer, nothing. And I built this little shed that was, I think it was 10 by 14 or 14 by 14 out of charred lumber.
Yeah.
So I built the whole shed for $100
That's amazing.
and moved in it.
And you moved in it.
No insulation, no nothing. And then I borrowed $30,000 from the teachers credit union.
Yeah.
Which they all laughed at me, said, you're not going to build a house. I never built a house in my life. And built the whole house, and 8 months later, moved in.
He didn't just build a house, okay? So this house that he built,
Which is now burnt down.
which did burn down,
The
unfortunately.
people that bought it.
But
Yep.
Randy and his wife, it was in Southern Living.
Yes, it was.
He forgot that.
I
He
forgot.
told he told me that this house that he built for $30,000.
My first house.
His
yeah.
first house that he would build after teaching school all day.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, it was in Southern Living. It was a Victorian house, the first Victorian house that you built.
French country Victorian
French country
kind of mix.
Victorian, and you built that for $30,000. I'd love to have seen this house.
Wow.
I'd love to see
Forgot
it.
about that.
Yeah.
I took a glass cutter, and the only reason I know how to cut glass because I was an industrial arts teacher, and we had the kids in the classroom would cut little glass and make little things out of stained glass.
Yeah.
So I took a big and cut it and made my own windows right here. I would make that. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Cut that off here.
But think about that. Randy did not know how to build a house. Didn't know
No.
how to do anything.
I got a book, and it said a 2x4 and a top plate, and you double it, and that was it. So back then, though, and I vowed I would never move in until it was done.
Yeah.
I didn't want to move in on some plywood floors,
Right.
and I refused. So I remember waking up one morning,
Yeah.
and it was so cold, I remember Paula beating the ice out of the toilet, and it was froze.
Gosh.
And we had a water bed, so you could turn the water up, and you didn't get cold.
Remember having a water bed? Me and Steve had a water. We had a king size water bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you turn it up.
But that built in you, to build in stages and to live in the shack. I mean, that's the both of you going through that experience, helped you through your life some way,
Yeah.
somehow. You know what I'm saying?
Let me text this person.
Yeah. So that's what I feel like that we need to get back to, and that the tiny homes that we believe in so much, and that so many people. I mean, we have 230 people living here. We have 285 lots, or 200 lots spoken, or no, 285 spoken for, over on Buffalo Creek and at the mountain. How many people's that? I can't tell.
530, something like that.
Listen, those people aren't wrong. They're wanting back to the same type of lifestyle. Get a tiny home, start it, have a nice little life, work part-time. Don't kill yourself working now. Have a smaller home, smaller things
Yeah.
that you're responsible for, and start over, start a different way. Don't have these big, huge homes that all you are doing is cleaning and maintaining and putting money into and stuff like that. Spend time with people. Go on vacation with them, build relationships with people, spend your time doing that. If you enjoy the big homes and want to do all that stuff, there's nothing wrong with it as long as you can afford it. Where people are getting in trouble is they can't afford it. So we want to make sure that affordable housing is out there for whatever budget that it is, so you can have a happy life. When Randy did the slogan, choose tiny, live free. That needs to be said over and over and over. Another thing that I want to bring up, and you can add to this as well, is that if you Google us right now, we are number one. Is that correct?
Top, number
one.
one.
We are the top number one incredible tiny home builder community in the nation.
Number one.
Number one. We're number one. You Google it right now, and we are the number one community, tiny home community
Largest
in the
tiny
country.
home
The
community.
largest tiny home community in the country.
Yeah.
And we're not stopping.
And when we get these 285 done by,
Yep.
I'm hoping July,
Yep.
we're going to be 285 on top of that. I think we'll be unstoppable.
Exactly. And our residents and the people who buy our homes, they are, where they chose tiny, they are living free. They are better off. We get the stories all the time. It has changed their lives. The people living here, it's definitely changed their lives.
Yep.
100%.
Well, the way I was able to build that shack that we lived in for 8 months
Yeah.
for $100.
Unbelievable sacrifice. And you saved money.
The payoff was
The
amazing.
payoff was amazing.
Yeah.
Nobody's thinking of that anymore. The wrong mentality is out
That
there.
projected me
Yeah.
into financial freedom for the rest of my life.
It sure did.
That one sacrifice
Absolutely.
for a year.
Yeah, exactly.
Financial freedom, because a $30,000 note was nothing. Paid it off in a couple years.
Exactly.
I kept budgeting.
And you both had your jobs, you kept your jobs,
Yep.
and you worked whenever
and
you came home.
I said, I hope we're not going to have kids until it's paid off. It was done in a couple
and
years.
you all waited to have kids and things like that.
So it was, you try to plan as much as you can, but financially, it was smarter to do that. Now, today, if you don't have, let's say, if I did that again, and money's a little bit more, like 15,000 is nothing compared to 30 years ago.
Correct.
But you could buy this $25,000 24-foot home.
I know.
Oh my God! I swear,
know.
if I would have bought an Incredibox
I
or
know.
an RJO,
Amazing.
I would still have had it on my property,
I know.
and we could have rented it out or had it as a guest home.
Yeah.
And that is so smart. And nobody in the country is giving you guys this kind of break to be able to have a home that you can keep for generations.
Yeah.
the home would still look just exactly like. I'll tell you what I did. I went back and tried to go look at that Strawberry Plains house.
Yeah, you told me that.
Well, you know the barn was on there? I built a barn on there.
Really?
Yeah. It was a shed barn.
I didn't know that.
Looked like the day I built it.
Really?
I painted it white, had it was oak lumber, everything was on it. Now, that was out of wood, out in the woods with all the moisture and everything.
Yeah.
30 years later, that barn looked exactly like it did.
Think about that.
These here are made out of metal.
Yeah.
They're not going to deteriorate. They're
Yeah.
not going to fall down.
No, they're not.
60, 90, over 100 years,
Yeah.
these homes can still be standing.
Okay, so talk about real quick with being in the state of Tennessee with this modular certification. If they're, we had come up with I had thought about an idea. I worked in factories my whole life, okay? So I've been fired from factories.
For getting their hair done.
For going to get my hair done and talking too much.
Matter of fact, you got to get your hair done right now.
I do. I got to go get my hair done. But anyway, I've worked in a lot of factories. My whole family is from working in factories and things like that. That's what you did. You got a factory job when you was young. You'd stay there 50 years, then you retire, then you die. That's just the way it is. That's the way it was. But what I wanted to do, I wanted us to try to figure out here in Tennessee, especially Morristown and things like that. Morristown's big with factories, is offer to people who work in these factories. Some have some kind of collaboration with these factories so they can afford a home. Some of these people are working, 50, 60 hours a week and they can't afford a home. They're all renting.
Or they're paying that high rent.
They're paying that high rent. That's what's going on right now. So we would like to connect with. Stop! Don't talk about people like that. But anyway, there's nothing wrong with them. Don't talk about people like that. But high rent and things like that, that's where a lot of the people that I know are renting instead of owning now. I would like for our company to connect with these people and see if they would, where we can get to the people who are working so hard and get them in a home, to get them in an actual home that they own and that they can put it on a piece of land. So that's something that I'm passionate about, because people are working. They're making good money in these factories. I mean, you can make really good money in a factory, but to put it in the right place, they have nowhere to put it. There's no other options.
Okay, so, and I want to talk about rent, because
rent's
we're
big.
in construction, right? So the material costs and labor costs have not doubled like they're justifying rent to be doubled, Amanda. So these people that are charging $1,500 for a 2-bedroom, $3,000 for 2-3-bedroom homes or apartments and all that, they're only doing it because that's what everybody else is getting. It's not costing that much to build a home. Builders now are building homes and they're selling the same homes that we sold for $300,000 for $900,000. It is not. That is not that more expensive to build the same home. They're doing it because the market will allow it, and that's it. If you don't buy it, they're not going to be able to sell it, and then they're going to come down on the price. It's just the way to. How are we selling these homes and nobody else is building them the cost we are doing it?
Yeah.
Because they're trying to get top dollar out of them. I'd rather build in volume and have a mission and a reason why we're in business than to just try to make the most money we can and build a few homes a year.
Yeah, exactly. Tracy made and I wanted to.
I'm going to have to take this call. I'll be right back.
Okay, okay.
I'm sorry.
You
It's
have
an
to get it
emergency
right this
call.
second?
Emergency call.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
All right. Do you want me to go off?
No. Go ahead. I got my speaker right there.
Okay. Well, let me go through some of the questions. Tracy, I'm going to find out that about the generator and over there at Buffalo Creek, because him and Tom had discussed something about a generator. There is another, and I need him to explain it because it's a different way to get everybody over there sooner, and that's how they're going to be able to do it this year. So I'm going to keep that in mind right there. There is, we do have something that I can talk about while he's gone, is that, and we may be putting it, I don't know if it'll go on the website today, but we have got possibly here it is, this paper. Let's see, 2 lots in the forest. I haven't announced it yet, but that will have a Birmingham on them, okay? We've got the trailers already ordered. The home I don't know what colors, if you can choose the color of the Birmingham or not, but we're gonna have 2, and we'll reveal what lots, because I have to double check, but it's 2 lots in the Forest now available with a Birmingham on it. I don't know the price yet. I don't know what he's got, what the total is. You could probably call and inquire or email with Tim or with Amber and try to find that out. But that's something that we were either going to announce today or put on the website. There's also a house that I asked Melody to decorate, and it is over on the beach, and it's available as well. And it is in Augusta, I think, is the house that is. It's a 10 by 24, and that one is available. So we've actually got 2 Birminghams in the Forest, on a forest lot, on 2 forest lots, and then we're going to have the beach with an Augusta on there as well. So that's what I have on there right now. That's something that I wanted to mention on that. The other thing that I wanted to mention, and Brandy was probably going to mention it, we are going to move our post office, which is up there at the sales lot, and he is figuring out where to put that and where to move that to, and that's going to be going on as well. The Welcome Center, he is going to reconfigure everything when you come in at the sales lot. Where Melody, she was mainly in the Welcome Center there at the front, welcoming people, talking about sales, different things like that. We're going to just put something completely different whenever you come in. Would like to have the great big home. I'd love to feature the Add-A-Box. I just think everybody needs to see that. We need to do a tour of that, show you how all that works together, to where you can see where you can actually build, like instead of like he was talking about putting all these containers together and stuff, we can do the Add-A-Box and it would be more economical, look just as beautiful, show how to paint them and to stucco, whatever, to make it just look really nice and just to have a big showplace right there. One of the things that I've wanted to do for a long time, and we are looking for land, that's something that Tim is going to help with too. I want to move the factory, coal factory, and Randy and Tom are on board with it as well. But we have, and I've said this before the building went up, I told Randy, I said, you have outgrown what you haven't built yet. It's just a fact. We have to move the factory. We've got to move the factory. We got to move out of here, and we need to be on a different piece of land, and I would love to turn all of this into residential. I don't know what his plans is for this building. I know he had talked about storage, having like a storage facility for the residents that they would be able to rent a storage unit. That may be an option right there. I don't know if the Thunderdome would stay or whatever, but I just think there should be more for the people, have more of a park. We've got a park over there in the Forest that we need to work on as well, that for people to access there. But this needs to be all residential, all 34 acres. There's 34 acres of it. Across the street, there's 160 acres. I think we've got 160 acres over there. Plenty to build on over there, plenty to work on over there. But Karen Anders on here would be interested in the Birmingham in the Forest. Please contact us, okay? Because those, to be honest, anything that always has something to do with the Forest goes really fast, okay? Those are rare. That's a rarity. So there is 2 lots available in the Forest that's going to have a Birmingham on them. So if you are remotely interested, be sure to email. I would try and call.
Going over them?
I just wanted to go over that while you were gone, and I told them the 2. This one may already be sold. There was 3. Okay, there's 1 pending, which there might be 3. So if you're interested, I know Karen on here said she was interested.
Yeah.
But if you're interested, it is going to be 2 Birminghams right now. Possibly a 3rd one. There could be 3
You're right.
lots.
Like, why walk through them when you know what a
You know what a
if you're
Birmingham
customer
is,
of ours?
guys,
Yeah.
and I'm telling you, and it won't last. So especially in the Forest. So there is one that is pending, and we're talking that was just it wasn't even ever announced or anything. It was something that Tim brought up to a lady, and possibly is buying it. And also, I said the Augusta, the 10 by 24 on the beach.
On the beach.
Is available.
And we
too.
did that video on that.
We did, and it wasn't decorated, but Melody's going to decorate it and just.
But that's the 10 by 24.
10 by 24.
All right, so that's $99.
That one's $99.9.
100 grand. But it includes the lot.
The lot comes with it, where it didn't before.
Yeah, this includes
did
the
not
lot,
before.
$200 a month. You have a lot on the beach
Yeah.
for an Augusta. So it's a 10 by 24 Augusta. I
Yep.
love the Augusta. It's got a 4-foot laundry room, pantry room in the back, like
Yep.
a 10 by 20, like the one Melody lived in, and we did a video on it. The staircase, loft upstairs. It's on the beach, ready to go.
That
And
is
it's got a
amazing.
deck and
Yeah.
a shed.
Life with Roscoe, $20. Thank you so much for doing that. You do
Aw.
not have to do that. What type of sofa would you recommend for a 7 by 7 foot area? What type of
So
sofa?
it's 84 inches. So, I mean, they got sofas for 6 foot
Yeah.
wide. Love seat, of course, would fit great. you
Yeah.
know.
Look at Specialty Trailer Transport, $1.99. You know who that is.
Dan.
What are you doing, Dan?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
That-
Amanda, we've been on here a while.
We've been on here a while, but with something else,
Oh,
I want you to talk. A
can't
love
tell.
seat. Chris Dunn said a love seat. But yeah, they have got a lot of options for couches and stuff now. And you know, I get on Amazon, and I mean,
Well,
there
this is what I want to do, and hopefully we'll have enough time. We're trying to get Amanda where she can think about decorating, help
Mm-hmm.
decorate, and then Melody could take it from there,
Mm-hmm.
like the Lowe's and different things. If we could put together 4 or 5 decorating, what you call it, packages together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you could buy
it
these
gives some
packages.
options.
Yeah, and all we do is we could
the
have it in the
sizes,
house and shipped to you, or you could have it shipped to you, or whatever. I just think it would be really a cool option for
I
you
do
all.
too. One of
Yeah.
the last things, this is before you walked out, that let's finish up with this, is that Tracy asked a good question about a generator to, like for
Definitely.
the mountain and things like
Love
that,
generators.
to get things going. What were you and Tom talking about? Was that something you can discuss about the mountain getting open sooner?
Yeah, and this is why I'm
About-
pushing 6 months on the entire mountain. All right, so there's I'm giving you guys information as we learn it, right? As
Yeah,
it's coming
right.
across. So we're actually probably on the mountain. It's more financially feasible and more available right now that we actually are our own power company, meaning that we'd have this massive generator that might be supplemented by solar, but it's a natural gas generator. It's a megawatt generator that we're looking into, and how it runs and how it functions. And we're in charge of our own transformers, our own wiring, our own everything, and we supply electricity and how there's a backup system. And if the whole world goes dark, we still got our generator, you know, in that community. And we could do our own sewer system too. We don't need it right now because we have not surpassed our sewer expansion. Anything more than what we do, we'll have to have our own sewer system. Well, that's what's going to be on the mountain, and so we'll be able to expedite the work of this. We're not relying on transformers or the local power company or the utility company to give us supplies, engineering, anything. We do it all on our own. That's what's going to happen on the mountain of Buffalo Creek. So we think that we can actually we're ready to, the roads are almost all done on Buffalo Creek. We're cutting lots in. As that's going in, we can actually put in our sewer, in our power simultaneously, and we've got all this equipment, we got all these men. I want it done. I want to get out of there I'd like to be in there by the end of July, if not beforehand,
Yeah.
right? So that's why we're able to do this. And I've never seen a community that is, and I haven't looked, but I haven't seen a community that is independent on power, you know, and sewer if we need to be. So I'm even thinking about, if we wanted to, we could even buy land in remote areas and create a city. We could have our own power company, have our own sewer system. Of course, water's no problem. Normally, in parts of the country, that we could drill a well, or we could have rainwater collection and stuff like that. So that's where I'm going. And I've already had my municipality water license here in Tennessee. Brothers Cove, we had our own water system. We had our own chlorinators, we had our own switches and balances and all that kind of stuff. So I'm real familiar with the water and how to provide water to multiple homes. But that's what's exciting about across the street on the mountain. We're not going to build anymore. We get 285 lots.
Do we have sewer?
If we do, yes, we have sewer.
We do have sewer,
Yes.
Earl.
And so if we don't, we will build more on the mountain, but it's going to be after we're all done, tidied up, and I got some other dreams that I want for the mountain other
Yeah.
than what we're doing.
And Lisa, I just want to answer your question is send us an email. Send all that information in an email Okay.
Yeah. So remember, we got the Augusta on the beach for $99. It's $100,000 a year lot, $200 a month. It's got a deck on it. It's skirted. It's got a washer and dryer in it, and it's an Augusta. It is a beautiful home. It sells for about 70 grand. Ours plus the amenities. It has a shed, so you can't. And it's ready to go. It's ready to live in.
And too, and I want to talk about this. Karen Anders said, "Are they making the discuss the Buffalo Creek lots really? Because they showed the lots that we have the houses on right now." Said that they didn't look very big, didn't have a yard, things like that. Talk about the size.
There's no yard in the Buffalo Creek.
Okay.
You have a spot to put your house, your parking, and your deck. There's no yard. It's mountainous, right? It's steep, it's mountainous. Now you've got land behind you in the woods. You can walk out your door and go up the mountain. But it's almost every lot. When you step out your door, you got your place for your house and your pad, but it's just mountains. You get on the road, you can walk. It's just living in the mountains.
Living in the mountains. Don't forget your EMP for your generator. My Backyard Science said that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Remington Howe. What model of tiny house was the hardest to move and generally? Kind of like moving.
The hardest house to move would be a drop axle Craftsman style home that we used to build. It was huge. We got one right now we're getting ready to put on the mountain. It's 10 by 42 foot long, and it is a Highland home with a thatch roof. It is a monster, and we're having to recreate some of the roads and actually big sways and stuff to be able to put that house up there. The drop axle gives us a problem with it because in the back end of that house, we only got about 6 inches of clearance between the frame and the road. Where on all of our other homes, we've got almost 18 to 20 inches of clearance. So
that would be the hardest.
That's the hardest.
Deidre McCarthy said, I lived in a commune in Summertown, Tennessee. It was self-sustained community with its own zip code. That's pretty cool.
Nice.
Wandering Les says, please respond. You'll have to re-put it. I don't know what you said.
Laundry?
Oh, Wandering Les. That's just her name. I'll let you know the. Chris W. Can an RJO with new panels survive a hurricane?
I mean, I don't know what can survive a dead hit 400-mile-an-hour hurricane.
Right. We've had houses that went into the river that was a tornado that didn't get torn apart.
Yeah.
We have that experience.
So if I'm in a hurricane, I'm moving my house.
I'd move it.
I'm moving, I'm picking it up and going. I wouldn't even stay in a house that's concrete during a hurricane. There's different things about a hurricane. You got water surges. Water's going to kill everything. I don't care what you got.
It does. Tiny home gaming. How long will the new cottage be?
The new one, we're making it about 6 inches wider and making it 24 foot long. It's in the process. We've ordered the panel, so it's probably going to be 3 to 4 months.
And Jason the Mason, what's the best ITH deal currently? What is our current? Do we have a deal? Something going on? I know we've got our.
I still think so. We're still getting in old panels, right? Our biggest deal, our best deal, and we're not featuring on our website because we didn't think we'd have enough panels.
Yeah.
Is our old paneled homes. If you want the old door panel homes, right now we're we're selling the 24-foot RJO for $30,000. The deal was $25,000. We're selling it for $30,000.
Yeah.
24 feet. You can't beat that deal.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't beat that deal, no. And
It's really, I'm sorry, it's really $25,000 still.
25.
It doesn't have the dormers.
Right.
So for a 8 by 24 foot home with no dormers, because our deal was with free dormers, it's $25,000. If you want the dormers, it's $30,000. So you can buy an 8 by 24, 192 square foot tiny home.
That deal's
with a
still
kitchen,
going on.
Functioning, it's no deal. It's just regular price.
Oh, okay.
It's a functioning kitchen, bathroom, heating. I mean, you want to put a mini split or heating there, it's $25,000 for an 8 by 24, no dormers.
No dormers.
RJO
8 by 24.
home.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
With an Incredibox floor plan.
And two, I wanna remind you, we just really kind of started back with TikTok, or started on TikTok
Oh gosh,
and things
I'm
like
glad
that.
you mentioned that.
And I just reposted a video that was done at my house of 8 by 16 old panel Incredibox, and it decorated so pretty. And it's actually the Welcome Center that we have up there on the sales lot right now. So, but take a look at that video. That is just with paint. That was just with paint. That was just painting one coat of paint. That was it. But that's how pretty, excuse me, that house can be. And that was in my driveway at my house.
Yep.
I live out in the woods. It was done in the summertime. But go to TikTok, Incredible Tiny Homes TikTok, and look at that.
Yeah, well, we have an account. If you guys would go to TikTok, Instagram, we are on there. So we're trying to post a bunch of pictures. So please subscribe to our TikTok and Instagram accounts.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll probably end with that. Everybody had a lot of great questions. I know there's a lot that we didn't get to, but we wanted to cover a lot of
And
stuff
you
that we had on there.
get your hair done.
Yeah, well, I'm already late, so she told me just to come on whenever. So I was like, "What do you suggest?" She said, "I suggest you get here."
Yeah.
That's what she said. But anyway, we just wanted to share everything new that we're doing. We want to really step up. We knew that we had been slacking off on the social media. A lot of stuff has been happening in our lives personally, separately, stuff at work, things like that. There has been a lot. It has been a rough, probably 3 months, hasn't it?
In a couple months,
It's been a lot going on the last 3 months, but we've got a lot of exciting things that's about to happen. There's something we can't talk about yet, so don't
Nope.
bring that up. But we've got something exciting that's coming up that we will get to share soon. But there's a lot of stuff that's going on. But we wanted to update you with what is happening now. That things are going to be changing with the website, with the sales lot. And all that coming up, and the packages and the decorating and stuff. So, and the mountain, all that, with all the houses moving over there, that is super exciting. And we're going to film some of that. So we're going to be filming a lot of transporting the houses over there. We're also going to show more home tours here. So we're getting that going, and us going off-site and going to previous
Visit
homes too, because we want to show you that as well. And show you, reintroduce you or introduce you to customers that we've had.
Yeah,
So-
I'd love to know that.
Yeah, and you made a great suggestion of a customer. We're not going to tell you who that is yet and where he's at, but we'd love to go visit him. And so we'll find out if we can do that, and then we'll reveal that.
Okay.
Yeah, so it'll be a lot of
Good.
fun.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well, I hope you feel better, Miss Amanda.
I know. I'm getting a little bit tired, but I'm going to have to go,
I can tell.
tough it out. I'm getting a little bit sleepy, so.
Thanks, everybody. Thank
Yeah,
you for
thanks
this
for
live show. We'll be
watching.
back tomorrow. We'll hopefully have another video
we
for
have.
you.
I didn't even see how many people we'd have.
Everybody's left. It's 500.
Oh,
What is that?
everybody's
How many
left.
is that now? 538?
I can't see.
But yeah,
Thank you guys
538.
for
That's
watching.
awesome.
That is awesome. And then, of course, you can go back and watch
I'm
this
thrilled when
later.
there's one.
Absolutely.
Really
Well,
am.
thank you guys for supporting us. Thank you guys. Thank you, Travis, for not letting me down, making fun of him about being a vegan whenever. Yeah, I can always depend on Travis.
I'm not a vegan now.
He's not a vegan now. He absolutely is not. But I love when Travis, he just jumps on board at the right time.
Yeah.
He just knows.
I haven't been a vegan
He's
in
spot on.
almost 2 years now.
I know, it's been a long time. So, but there was some benefits to it. There was a lot of stuff that came out of that.
Yeah,
so.
I lost bone density.
Well, I'm not talking about that. Anyway, thank you guys. Be sure that if anyone is interested in a Birmingham on a forest lot, there's 3 available. 1 is pending, so really there's 2 available, possibly 3. But if you are interested in that at all, please don't hesitate, because the forest lots will not last.
Got it.
All right. Thank you guys.
Bye.
Good to see you again. Bye. Stay well. How do we turn it?
Stay well.
How can we stay well? Like try not to get sick. Which I didn't try to get sick.
Who does?
Who tries to get sick? I ain't going around licking doorknobs.
Brad Pitt did in
I did.
World War Z.
World War Z was a good movie. I liked
Loved it.
that. Yeah, that was good. So anyway, but I'm
Bye.
not,
Bye.
trying to get sick.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Oh, it's still not ended. It never ends.